This video will act as your guide for how to mount the TruDrop slat window boxes. The first installation we will show you is on wood siding. This is what you'll need to get started. A TruDrop slat window box, 2 metal brackets, and 3 if you're using a large box, 1 baseboard, a skill saw, a stud finder, wood screws to secure baseboard, bracket screws, measuring tape, drill and drill bits, a level, and painter's tape or pencil to mark the wall. Step 1. Cutting your board to size. When installing on siding, you'll first need to mount a baseboard to help hold the weight of the planter and to create an even, level surface. Measure the width of your window box. Leave 2 inches off on either side to make sure that once planter is installed, the board will not be visible. After you have the length of your board, draw a line across the board using the level. Then use your skill saw to cut the board. Step 2. Pre-drilling your board with screw holes. Use a stud finder to mark the location of the studs on your wall. Measure the distance between studs and mark board accordingly based on where you'll be hanging the planter. Step 3. Attaching your board under the window. Prior to putting the board in place, drill your screws in about halfway. Place your board up to the line with the studs and try to center it as much as possible. Note that hitting the stud is more important than the board being perfectly centered. Start with drilling in the top screw. Once that's in, level the board before putting the top left screw in, and then drill the 2 bottom screws. Your baseboard is now secure to the wall. Step 4. Determine where to place the bracket slots. Turn your planter over to measure the distance between bottom openings where the bracket will be inserted. Mark that distance on your board. Step 5. Securing the brackets. Take your first bracket and mark along the bracket distance line. This is the height where you would like to place your bracket. Each bracket takes 3 of the bracket screws. Install your first bracket with the top screw. With just the top screw in, you can now use your level to ensure that the bracket is vertically straight. Once it's level, install the remaining 2 screws in the bracket. Repeat these steps to install the second bracket. Step 6. Installing the window box. Install your slat window box by first inserting the upper edge of the planter under the bracket clip and then push the bottom of the planter towards the wall until it clips on the lower part of the bracket and they are fully inserted into the openings. If you're installing on a flat wall, you can follow these same steps but excluding the board for backing. Here's a quick overview. If you're interested in mounting to a different surface such as stucco, brick, concrete, or cinder block, we recommend always reaching out to your local handyman for additional guidance.